We are live. What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there? Hope everyone is doing great. Happy holidays to everyone out there, man. Just wanted to give my reaction to this week 15 NFL Sunday football that we just witnessed today, man. Comeback City, man. Comeback City, and man, we got bailed with some of these picks, man. We got definitely got saved, man. So, I came on here yesterday and I made a little video talking about some sports picks, talking about NFL Sunday picks, man, and we went 3-0, man. I'm very happy that I was able to do that for you guys. Going forward, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 3 games a week. I might just pick 1 or 2 games, man. Maybe just 1 game a week, right? Going back to that first pick with the Chargers. But week 16 action, I'm going to be coming back here probably Saturday at the latest to see what's going on with these games next week, man. But we'll get into week 16 when it arrives. But let's talk about this week 15 action, man. Let's talk about some of these incredible games, man. So, like I mentioned, man, huge comebacks in a lot of these football games. This game had a potential to be a comeback loss somehow, man. Incredible last miracle play right there, man, by the freaking Stevenson, man. He totally screwed up that play up, man. But let's talk about this game, man. So the Raiders got to this really good start. They gave up 21 points in a row, man. They were up 17-3 at halftime. 21 points in a row, man. And Vegas scores 2 touchdowns, right, with 32 seconds left. It's incredible game. A lot of controversy as well with that player catching the football out of bounds. But we'll take the win, man. So, I was surprised that the Raiders were not able to pass rush Mac Jones. That Patriots offensive line really held up today. Pass protecting, run blocking. This is a game that the Patriots should have freaking won, man. But, it is what it is, man. Derek Carr had that huge conversion, man, on 4th and 10. I think he was on his own 19-yard line to Mac Hollins, man. And just an incredible football game that we saw. The ending, man, it was awesome, man. It's a great way to cap off that mid-card football games. And, going forward, man, we're going to see about the Raiders, right? Will they be able to make a backdoor playoff push, man? And it's a huge loss for the Pats, man, because, a lot of people thought they were going to win this football game and kind of keep positioning themselves for that wild card slot. But, man, it just did not work out for them. A lot of emotion with Mac Jones, man. I've been seeing Mac Jones play with more emotion, more like grit out there in these football games the last couple of weeks, man. So if you're a Patriots fan, that's something that you can go off of is that your quarterback, he went from being like sleepy Mac Jones to all of a sudden, man, he's got some fire out there. So I guess he, something to build off of with that football team. But, man, an incredible game. Incredible ending, man. And let's keep going, man. Just going to give my thoughts on some of these football games that I saw today, man. And, a lot of people are really shocked with this result of Dallas getting beat by Jacksonville. People are going to say that they got beat by the Jaguars and all this stuff. But, man, for me, Jacksonville is a great football team, man. They run the ball well. They play defense. When they have to, they cause turnovers, man. And Trevor Lawrence is turning into an elite quarterback right before our eyes, man. He's got 14 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 5 or whatever ball games, man. So this is also a game that Dallas, we're going to talk about that comeback city, that comeback storyline, right? People are going to talk about Dallas choked this game away. I mean, I want to give props to Jacksonville, number one, man. I want to give props to the coaching staff, to the quarterback play, man. These football games are really tough to win, man. People kind of think that, it's kind of like playing a video game, but there's a lot of things that happen in this football game. It's a game of inches, man. That pass that Trevor Lawrence threw for that huge first down. I mean, it was like inches away from hitting a Dallas defender, possibly getting tipped up in the air, right? But it's football, man. It's just the way things go sometimes. It's definitely an unlucky game for Dallas. However, man, I think Dallas has a great opportunity, man, to learn from this football game. to learn how to finish these games, man, because it was a shocking result to lose like that, right? Next week, man, they have the freaking Eagles coming to town, and if I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, or this is a great time, man, to take it all out on Philly, man. All that emotion that this Cowboy team had today with this loss. We saw them after the game, man. They were very vocal, man, with that loss, right? Dax had some pretty interesting comments as well. But they were up 27-10 this football game, right? You gotta put everything of that, all that emotion into this next week right here with Philly coming to town, and you have to win that game, man. You have to win that football game, and if for some reason you lose that football game, it's because Philly was perfect out there, man. It's because Jalen Hurts threw 3 touchdowns, 70% completion percentage, so something like that, man. But if Philly gives you opportunities to win, which we saw that they have Chase in the armor today, man, against the Chicago Bears. If you pass rush Jalen Hurts, man, if you do it successfully, he doesn't like it, man. He doesn't like to get hit. They were able to contain him a lot. They were able to punish him, man. This Dallas team, it's almost like a little bit weird sometimes, these football games. Going back to the Dallas defense, right? If they're able to do that, if Dallas is able to do what Chicago did, man. We saw the Dallas defense kind of play really shitty against the Packers, and we saw them play shitty today, man. I do have to critique a little bit Dallas, man. Dan Quinn with those play calling, some of those play calls, man. A lot of soft zone coverage against Trevor Lawrence, man, and I don't understand what he was doing out there sometimes, man. It's very frustrating if you're a Dallas Cowboy to watch that, because a lot of these games, man, he has really sophisticated blitz packages, a lot of confusion out there, and we saw him kind of almost play like a prevent kind of defense. Whew, tough, right? Tough to lose, man, if you're a Dallas fan, but man, going forward, like I mentioned, Dallas has to take it all out on Philly next week. I'm gonna probably make a pick in that football game. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to look at the next week's card, and we'll see what happens, man. But let's keep going, gentlemen, with these football games. I don't want to make this too long of a video, man. But, a game that I kind of had a little bit trouble picking because of my emotion, I wanted Tampa Bay to win this football game. I wanted them to get back on track. But, we ultimately did pick Cincinnati to win this football game, man. And again, man, this football game was like 2 games in one, right? The first half, man, a lot of accurate passes from Tom Brady, man. The offense was rolling. The defense and the Buccaneers had a lot of great stops on Cincinnati. And, man, that second half, holy Lord, man, it all fell all the way down, man. Cincinnati scored 34 points in a row against the Tampa Bay team, man. I was watching this game with my father, and I was told him, man, like, we watched a lot of Tom Brady games, and I've never seen a Tom Brady team play so shitty fundamental football in just a short period of time, man. Tom Brady and his football teams were when he was up 17 points in the football game, they were 89-0. Okay? Fundamental sound football, and it all came crashing down today, man. It was a horrible way to lose. Is their season done now, man? Will they be able to beat Arizona next weekend after getting just embarrassed again 2 weeks in a row? I think this loss was even more embarrassing than last week's loss because of the fact they just fell all the way down with fundamental football, man. They gave up 34 points in a row to Cincinnati, man. Incredible loss. What is the future for Tom Brady? Will they even win the NFC South now? I'm still going to pick Tampa for that NFC South crown. I still like that matchup. Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that wild card game. Tampa Bay hosting it. But, man, if they continue to play like this, man, they're lucky they have a really soft schedule coming up, man. I think they face all NFC South teams going forward, right? Falcons, Panthers, and Arizona. I think Arizona not NFC South, right? But they play really bad competition, which might save their season, man. And Tampa Bay, we kind of talked about the fact that Cincinnati was injured and their pass rushers were not going to be... Hey, Nicolás. ¿Cómo estás, Nicolás? Oh man, congratulations on your soccer team, man. Uh, Mr. Footy Nico right there wearing his messy shirt, man. Must be a great day for you, man. Lots of good vibes sending out to you guys, man. To you and your family out there. Um, Happy that Messi was able to take the World Cup, man, and such a dramatic game as well, man. I watched the soccer game as well, man. So good job, man. Props to you, and celebrate the win, man, and do good in school. Get A's in math and science, man. Excellent, man. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, man. You're definitely a loyal Argentina fan, man. Awesome, Nico. Happy that your team won, man. Really happy. Sending a lot of good vibes to you. Hey, Primo. Thank you. That's my cousin right here. A lot of family love on the live cast right here, man. Awesome, Mr. Ray Pardini. More family. Um, Lots of love to you and your family out there, man. All that good stuff, man. You already know, right? And I'll see you soon, man. Whew, all right, gentlemen, getting a lot of love from the family tonight, man. That's pretty cool, man. A lot of good vibes going on. It's the holiday season, right? Happy holidays out there to everyone. Except Tom Brady, man, and his team. But a player that is coming up, man, that he's going to have a great holiday season. Who knows if Mr. Joe Burrow, getting back to this football talk, is going to, man, people are now talking about him repeating for the AFC title after such a shitty performance today from the Chiefs, right? But we'll see. We'll see about Joe Burrow and the Bengals, man. They're injured a lot. Buffalo's still lurking there, man. Last week I came on here and I kind of trashed Josh Allen a little bit, but I remember Josh Allen last year in the playoffs of how difficult it was to take him out of the playoffs last year. And we'll see. I want to see how these games end, man. I want to see the injuries. I want to see what happens with these football teams. We saw Garoppolo go down. San Francisco still staying afloat, right? But, man, these games are changing by the week, but we're going to find out, man. So the Eagles, we talked about them and their performance with the Chicago Bears. Next week, huge matchup right here with the Dallas Cowboys, with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to find out, gentlemen, what happens right here in this football game. But, just wanted to give my rough reaction to these football games. And tomorrow's game, man, I don't really have a pick for tomorrow. I'm just going to be watching the football game. It's a tough game to pick, man. Obviously everyone wants Aaron Rodgers to lose and all that stuff. But we'll see. Yo, Mr. Daniel Barry. How you doing, brother? How's everything, man? Thomas Bryant game winner. Wow, man, they won. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, I saw that Anthony Davis went down with the injury, man. About a month, man. He's going to be out, but pretty cool that Thomas Bryant, man. Hopefully he gets his career back online, and I think that would be a good team matchup wise for other a good team chemistry. Thomas Bryant at center, AD at the 4. Because he's not a center, man. AD, he's had good games, but I feel like in the playoffs, man, if he were to match up against the Nuggets center, right? I don't know. I think the Nuggets center would use him and abuse him on the offensive side. But pretty cool, man. I'm glad they won. And the Jets and the Lions game, man. I wanted to talk about this game a little more in depth about how the Jets kind of blew it, but it's kind of an insignificant game now. But let's see, man. Let's see what else what other games we can talk about right here. I guess we can just call it a show, man. Just wanted to give my thoughts real quick, man, on these football games. Let's see. Okay. All right, I guess I'll call it a video. I really appreciate everyone for watching and all that good stuff, man. We had a great set of picks, man. We went 3-0 this week. Really happy about that, man. Hopefully we can keep these good vibes going forward. These football games are very difficult to pick, man. As you guys saw today, we got really lucky with that Raiders pick, man. We could have easily gotten 2-1, and the Chargers game as well. I didn't even talk about the Charger game, man. But the Chargers also disappointed me today with the way they played on offense. Man, that's a game that they easily could have lost. They got super lucky that Ryan Tannehill got hurt in that football game. But, Justin Herbert threw 2 interceptions. Let's see what happens with this Charger team going forward, man. I'm going to probably pump the brakes on them a little bit. I'm talking about, man, they're going to get the 5th seed and all that stuff, man, because, man, it was a bad performance today, but they escaped with the win. I got really lucky with that pick as well. Yeah, I agree, Ray. I agree, man, 100%, dude. They definitely have to win, but, man, Green Bay's a team this year that I think that the fans want them to lose, and I think the NFL is giving the fans what they want. But it's a must-win game for probably no one, right? It's just going to be like an entertaining football game. No playoff implications on the line. The Rams had that crazy win last week. It's a very difficult game to pick, man. I'm just going to be watching it as a fan. That if you watch that Monday Night Football game tomorrow, you're definitely a football because it really means nothing in the big picture, right? Both these teams are out of it, man. And I guess we can look at the playoff picture, I guess, real quickly before we get out of here. Let's see the updated little playoffs going on right here. 1 second. Let's see. Let me just bring up the page right here. Okay. I guess we can just go over like the playoff spots, man. Minnesota had that incredible win yesterday, 33-0, man. They came back to win that shit 39-36. I couldn't believe it, man. When it was 33-0, I turned off that football game, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I turned off the football game, and I'm like, man, I have to run some chores at the house. I gotta clean, and I turn it back in, and I'm like, what the heck happened in this football game? Minnesota, though, if this seeding holds how it is right here on the NFC side, we're gonna have Minnesota and San Francisco playing in that second round. I don't think the Minnesota will be able to beat them, but with the rookie quarterback, with Brock Purdy in there, it can get interesting. It can get very interesting. Minnesota's got a really bad defense, though, man. And if they're able to collapse the pocket on Kirk Cousins, I think the 49ers should win. Philly and the Bills, man, those 2 number 1 seeds right there. Last year we saw both 1 seeds lose in the playoffs. Will that happen again this year? I don't know, man. I like Buffalo to win that first playoff game, though, because I think Buffalo will face Miami again right now, if it's that. No, this is wrong right here. The Chargers are actually in the 7th slot, and the Dolphins are in the 7th seed, so this is incorrect, man, on the NFL website. That's interesting. So the Chargers... How the Chargers 7-7 and Miami's 8-6. Oh no, they are the tiebreaker. We talked about this before. So the Chargers have the tiebreaker on them. That's right. So they would face them again. Okay, Buffalo and Miami. Yeah, Buffalo should beat them again at home. I don't think they'll lose in the very first game like that. Although it would be a great matchup, man, to watch it again. But we'll see, man. I mean, the Chargers could be losing a couple games coming up, and Miami might get that slot right there. The Ravens are a team that is going to be going down. I mentioned that without Lamar Jackson in that previous video, they're 1-4 in their last 5 ball games when Lamar's hurt. I know they won the first game, right? I mean, they won the first game without Lamar, but they were on a 3-game losing streak without him. They lost yesterday. So that could continue, man. The Ravens could continue to lose ball games. It might keep dropping them down, and who knows, they might face the Bills in that first round. But Buffalo, they should win that game. They should win that very first game. Eagles, though. Philly, that's where it get interesting, man. I think Philly might have some trouble getting out of that very first round because you're going to face Dallas for the third time, or are they going to face like a lucky Tampa Bay Buccaneer team? Because Dallas and Tampa will face each other in that very first game. So, we'll see, man. I'm not 100% sold on Philly. They could get upset in that very first game. I see weaknesses if they're not able to pass protect Jalen Hurts. That's the key. That's the whole key to that beating that team, man. We saw the Texans give them problems. We saw the Chicago Bears give them problems. We saw Washington beat them. But Dallas has the capability to beat that team. I don't know if they'll beat them next week, but in that playoff game coming off of a bye, things could get interesting because Dallas or Tampa Bay, man, they're going to win that very first game, going to come in hot. And on this AFC side, man, Kansas City's looking to wrap up that number 2 seed. Will they choke to Cincinnati, man? Cincinnati has that tiebreaker on them, man. The Chiefs better not lose any more football games because for some reason, man, since he finishes strong, they could be hosting Kansas City in that second round, man. Key games coming up for both of these football teams. We know about Mahomes' mind, right, that he can't beat Joe Burrow. He's 0-3 against them. So interesting, man. That's a tough game to pick right there. Kansas City against Cincinnati, man. If you were to ask me right now, what would be the AFC Championship game? I would probably go with Buffalo, and I would go with the Bengals right now, man. I would go Cincinnati in Buffalo, and Buffalo has a great shot. Okay, I know I kind of trashed Buffalo last week, man, but they have a great freaking shot to go to the Super Bowl this year, man. I still haven't made my Super Bowl pick. I'm looking at some of these teams, and I'm kind of like closing in on which of these teams that I like, and Buffalo is a team that I'm liking. Maybe not like how they're playing like right now, but last year in the playoffs, man, Josh Allen was a beast. He's a killer. It was almost like the Undertaker out there, man. Just could not put this guy away. And I expect him to play the same way this year. If he gets the 1 seed, he'll be hosting 2 playoff games in Buffalo. And man, this could be the year for Buffalo. But let's see. Let's see what happens in these final 2 games. Going on the NFC side right there, I like Dallas to face Philly in that very first game in the second round of the playoffs. Philly's first game, and anything can happen there. Anything can freaking happen there. Dallas, they could do it, man. I know it sounds crazy right now because they just lost to Jacksonville, but we'll see, man. And Minnesota, San Francisco, obviously I'm going to go with San Francisco in that one. So San Francisco is a team that could possibly get the 2 seed, right? Maybe. We're going to find out also because for some wild thing that could happen, the playoffs are very difficult to predict, man. A lot of upsets could happen, I could definitely see NFC Championship game. San Francisco gets a 2 seed. Dallas upsets, Philly. NFC Championship game. San Francisco hosting Dallas. Ooh. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. Dallas has the talent. They have the players. They have the coaching staff to do it. Let's see. Let's take it 1 week at a time, man. But that's just my early looks on these playoffs, man. Going down to these teams right here. Last year it was 2 4 seeds making it to the Super Bowl. Tennessee. It might not happen this year, man. We might get like really, really good teams in the Super Bowl this year. It might not be like last year where it was, like I'm talking about 2 4 seeds going, right? Tampa Bay, man, huge disappointing loss today. We'll see what happens with this team going forward. Will they beat that Dallas in that very first game at home in the playoffs? If you ask me right now, I would say no. I'm a big Tampa Bay fan, but I don't think they'll do it, man. I think they're going to get sent home in the very first game. But let's see what happens in the next weeks, man, with these injuries, right? The Chargers were a team that I was really hyped up on, maybe they can get that 5th seed right here, and they can play Tennessee in the very first round, knock them off, and then they'll play Buffalo in that very first game against Buffalo. That's what I was thinking a little bit earlier, but I don't know, man. They got a lot of injuries on that football team. Whew. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate everyone for watching, man. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. NFL Week 15 is in the books, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Probably coming back here on Saturday, making some picks, man. Maybe I'll make 1 pick, 2 pick, 3. we'll see. We'll see how about what I look and how I feel and everything like that. But just I really appreciate everyone for watching. Number one, Daniel Barry, thanks, brother. I appreciate you for watching, man. Ray Bardini, I appreciate you, my brother, my cousin. Much love to you, man. That's awesome. You hang out here with us. Awesome. Hope to see you again. And Mr. Foodie Nico, congratulations one more time on Argentina. Happy that they were able to do it, man. Bring the World Cup home. 36 years apart from their championships. So awesome. Celebrate, man. And do good in school, brother. Math and science, man. All right. All right, man. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Peace.